Good morning. This is Chair French convening the regular business meeting of the Kansas Corporation Commission for Thursday, June 25th. I'm joined by my colleagues, Commissioner Keene and Commissioner Keither. On today's agenda, we have a consent agenda consisting of 34 items, and then we have two additional discussion/voting items um, for consideration after the consent agenda. So we will begin with our consent agenda. Commissioners, you've had the opportunity to review those 34 items on the agenda. Let me ask at this time if you have any questions, beginning with Commissioner Keither
No questions.
and Commissioner Keene.
None for me either. I'd move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed, say no. The consent agenda is approved. With that, we will move to our discussion items. Our first is in FERC docket number EL 26-68-000, and this is a potential motion for dockless intervention in that docket, and our presenter is Mr. Brian Padutin. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Commissioners. On June 18th, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, or FERC, issued an order instituting a proceeding in the docket you just mentioned, Chair, EL 26-68-000. And that order directs the Southwest Power Pool to submit an informal report identifying proposals to address resource adequacy to serve new large loads. And that report would be due within 30 days. FERC is also giving SPP and FERC regulated transmission entities until August 17th to either show cause why the SPP's current open access transmission tariff remains just and reasonable, or explain what tariff provisions are needed to address these issues and ensure that SPP's OATT is just and reasonable. Commission staff recommends we monitor this proceeding by submitting a dockless intervention, and which would ensure that the KCC can participate in procedures and receive communications related to that FERC order. My understanding is intervention is due by July 9th, and I recommend the Commission authorize its DC Council to file a motion for dockless intervention.
All right, thank you, Brian. Are there any questions on this item? I guess I'll just open it up for anybody. All right, I'm seeing shaking of heads. So at this time, I will move the Commission authorize our DC Council to file a motion for dockless intervention in FERC docket number EL 26-68-000 and to take such action therein as necessary to protect the interests of Kansas ratepayers.
Second.
I've got at least 1 second. We'll give that one to Commissioner Keither. And we got a motion and a second to take the action as described. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed, say no. The motion passes. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
We will now move on to our second discussion item, and I guess I'm the presenter for this item. It is discussion and potential action on delegating certain KCC Executive Director ministerial duties. And before I make a motion, just a couple words of clarification of why we're making this motion. The commissioners obviously know, but just to put it out there that we will have an upcoming vacancy in our executive director position beginning tomorrow. We are working diligently to fill that position and expect that it will be filled with a permanent candidate likely within a week or two. But we will have a vacancy during that time. And so there is a need to delegate certain statutory and administrative duties associated with the position. And actually, I mentioned it is vacant tomorrow, but our current executive director is unavailable today, which necessitates the need to make the designation today. So with that, all that clarification, I will go ahead and make a motion. Unless anybody would like to add any discussion or ask any questions before I make the motion. Hearing none. Sorry, this will be a long motion, but it's important for the minutes. Pursuant to KSA 74-629, 74-630, and 74-631, I move the commission designate Jennifer Cook as acting secretary to the commission effective today, June 25th, 2026. In her capacity as acting secretary, Ms. Cook will assume the following responsibilities currently designated under our bylaws to the executive director. 1. Assign docket numbers pursuant to KAR 821-219. 2. Affix the official signature of the commission and the official seal of the commission to all orders, certificates, permissions, approvals, licenses, permits, warrants, subpoenas, or any process or instrument, including minutes of the commission meetings pursuant to KAR 821-232. 3. Receive service of petitions for judicial review pursuant to KSA 77-613. 4. Pursuant to KAR 821-206, all written communications to the commission shall be addressed to the acting secretary, and all communications and documents properly addressed or filed shall be deemed to be officially received by the commission when actually delivered to the acting secretary pursuant to KAR 821-206. And 5. Other ministerial functions as identified by the chair of the KCC. Once the executive director position is filled, all these delegated duties will revert to the new executive director automatically. Ms. Cook's email address should be included in the minutes of this meeting. So that is my rather long motion. I'm looking for a second.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please vote aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed, say no. The motion passes. With that, get back to my agenda. With that, we have come to the conclusion of everything noticed on today's business meeting agenda. If there is nothing further to come before us this morning, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, please vote aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you all. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.